Here is another practice question. What is the primary objective of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, PMLA 2002? Here are your options. A. To promote foreign investment in India. B. To prevent money laundering and confiscate property derived from it. C. To regulate foreign exchange transactions. Or D. To provide insurance for financial institutions. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option B. Let's see why. The objective of PMLA 2002 is to prevent money laundering and to provide for confiscation of property derived from or involved in money laundering. Money laundering means disguising the illegal origin of money to make it appear legitimate. Here is another practice question. Which of the following correctly represents the three stages of the money laundering process? Here are your options. A. Placement, right pointing arrow. Structuring, right pointing arrow. Extraction. B. Layering, right pointing arrow. Smurfing, right pointing arrow. Integration. C. Placement, right pointing arrow. Layering, right pointing arrow. Integration. Or D. Integration, right pointing arrow. Placement, right pointing arrow. Laundering. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option C. Let's see why. The three stages of money laundering are placement, introduction of illicit funds into system, layering, obscuring source through transactions, and integration, re-entry into economy as legitimate money. During which stage of money laundering would a criminal most likely use multiple bank accounts across jurisdictions to conceal the source of funds? Here are your options. A. Placement. B. Layering. C. Integration. Or D. Extraction. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option B. Let's see why. Layering involves complex financial transactions, such as transfers through several banks or jurisdictions, to make tracing the original source of funds difficult. Here is another practice question. Which of the following best describes smurfing in the context of money laundering? Here are your options. A. Depositing small amounts below reporting thresholds in multiple accounts. B. Converting one cryptocurrency into another repeatedly. C. Setting up offshore shell companies to conceal identity. Or D. Buying high-value real estate in another country. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option A. Let's see why. Smurfing involves structuring large amounts of cash into smaller deposits below the reporting limit to avoid detection under AML laws. Let's tackle this exam question. Which of the following best represents the purpose of the Financial Action Task Force, FATF? Here are your options. A. To impose international tax regulations. B. To promote banking reforms in developing countries. C. To develop global standards for combating money laundering and terrorist financing. Or D. To maintain global economic growth. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option C. Let's see why. FATF, established in 1989 by G7 nations, develops international standards for combating money laundering and terrorist financing through its 40 recommendations. Let's tackle this exam question. India became a member of the FATF in which year? Here are your options. A. 2001. B. 2010. C. 2005. Or D. 2015. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option B. Let's see why. India became a full member of FATF in 2010 and is also part of two FATF-style regional bodies, APG and EAG. Test your knowledge with this one. Which of the following activities is not an example of placement in money laundering? Here are your options. A. Depositing small sums of cash into multiple bank accounts. B. Purchasing monetary instruments such as checks or drafts. C. Investing illicit cash directly into real estate projects. Or D. Transferring funds between accounts in different countries. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is Option D. Let's see why. Transferring funds across accounts or borders to conceal the source is part of layering, not placement. Here is another practice question. The Bank Secrecy Act, BSA, of 1970 was primarily enacted to. Here are your options. A. Ban cash transactions above $10,000. B. Require banks to assist U.S. government in detecting and preventing money laundering. C. Permit offshore transactions freely. Or D. Encourage foreign investments. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is Option B. Let's see why. The BSA 1970 requires U.S. financial institutions to maintain transaction records and report large or suspicious transactions to prevent money laundering. Let's look at this next question. Which of the following global conventions first obligated signatory states to criminalize laundering of drug trafficking money? Here are your options. A. Vienna Convention, 1988. B. Basel Convention. C. Paris Agreement, 1989. Or D. Bretton Woods Agreement. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is Option A. Let's see why. The UN Vienna Convention, 1988, required countries to criminalize laundering of drug trafficking proceeds and promote international cooperation in investigations. Let's look at this next question. In money laundering, which of the following is an example of integration? Here are your options. A. Depositing funds below threshold limit. B. Buying luxury assets and showing them as business income. C. Transferring funds through multiple crypto wallets. Or D. Smuggling cash across borders. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is Option B. Let's see why. Integration involves reintroducing laundered funds into the economy through legitimate assets or businesses, making them appear lawful. Moving on to the next one. Which organization in India is primarily responsible for receiving and analyzing suspicious transaction reports? Here are your options. A. SEBI. B. RBI. C. FIU-IND. Or D. CBI. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is Option C. Let's see why. The Financial Intelligence Unit, FIU-IND, receives, analyzes, and disseminates suspicious transaction reports to enforcement agencies for AML and CFT. Which of the following falls under the key functions of FIU-IND? Here are your options. A. Regulating foreign exchange markets. B. Coordinating and sharing information with enforcement agencies. C. Issuing loans for export activities. Or D. Managing public debt instruments. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is Option B. Let's see why. FIU-IND coordinates collection and sharing of financial intelligence with domestic and international agencies to combat money laundering. Let's look at this next question. The Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967, UAPA, primarily aims to. Here are your options. A. Prevent insider trading and fraud. B. Regulate foreign currency transactions. C. Prevent unlawful and terrorist activities and freeze assets of such entities. Or D. Promote microfinance activities in rural India. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is Option C. Let's see why. UAPA empowers the government to ban organizations involved in terrorism and freeze their assets, aiding India's CFT efforts. Let's tackle this exam question. Which of the following best describes chain hopping? Here are your options. A. Moving funds between different banks. B. Converting one digital currency into another across multiple blockchains. C. Creating fake employees to divert funds. Or D. Structuring cash deposits below limits. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option B. Let's see why. Chain hopping refers to conversion of one cryptocurrency into another across multiple blockchains to make tracing difficult during layering stage. Let's look at this next question. The Bank for International Settlements, BIS, supports AML through which of the following means? Here are your options. A. Issuing monetary loans to central banks. B. Controlling global money supply. C. Conducting international audits of banks. Or D. Offering policy analysis, online learning tools, and guidelines on AML CFT. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option D. Let's see why. BIS promotes monetary cooperation and supports AML through research, online learning, FSI Connect, and issuing guidelines for risk management. Here is another practice question. Which of the following laws in India focuses on regulating foreign exchange to prevent its misuse for money laundering? Here are your options. A. PMLA 2002. B. FEMA 1999. C. UAPA 1967. Or D. SEBI Act 1992. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option B. Let's see why. The Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999 regulates foreign exchange and ensures transparency in external transactions to curb laundering risks. Test your knowledge with this one. The term Mule account, as per SEBI PFUTP regulations, refers to. Here are your options. A. Trading or bank account effectively controlled by another person. B. Account opened for foreign direct investment. C. Dormant account with no KYC verification. Or D. Account maintained for charity or donations. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option A. Let's see why. A mule account is an account controlled by another person to conceal the identity of the real controller and facilitate laundering transactions. What is the function of SEBI under the AML framework in India? Here are your options. A. Managing international trade records. B. Issuing foreign exchange policies. C. Administering tax deductions for capital gains. Or D. Framing guidelines for intermediaries to detect and report suspicious transactions. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option D. Let's see why. SEBI mandates intermediaries under PMLA and PML rules to maintain client records, monitor suspicious activity, and report to relevant authorities. Let's tackle this exam question. Which international organization added Combating Financing of Terrorism, CFT, to its mandate post the 9/11 attacks? Here are your options. A. IMF. B. FATF. C. BIS. Or D. World Bank. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option B. Let's see why. After the 9/11 attacks, FATF expanded its role to include combating the financing of terrorism, CFT, alongside anti-money laundering, AML. Which of the following best explains why money laundering poses a serious threat to national economies? Here are your options. A. It increases bank lending. B. It reduces foreign trade restrictions. C. It undermines financial integrity and fuels organized crime. Or D. It boosts public spending on infrastructure. Take a moment to pause the video and decide. The correct answer is option C. Let's see why. Money laundering erodes trust in financial systems, facilitates criminal and terrorist networks, and undermines economic stability and security.